Okay. Hi, everybody. Um, I'm here to chat with you a little bit, like for real, and just let me know when you hop in here and join me, please. Hello. Hi, Layla. Okay. Can you guys hear me, first of all? Please tell me. Hi, Layla. Oh, I didn't get water. This might not be very long broadcast without water. So hi, guys. Let's see who's here. I'm not sick. Like so many of us, I'm in quarantine. I am doing well, thank you. So Layla's working at home, but she wants to listen. Hi, Rafia. Rafia, your message, my dear. Someone screenshotted your message, and that you're the one who made me finally go live. And I've been thinking about this, and I've been thinking about what I want to say, and the thing is, there's no preparation for this. I do have some things that I want to say, but I'm usually best when I'm going from my heart and saying what I feel in the moment, what I'm inspired to say, and that's what I'd like to do with you. There's no preparation. There's no preparation for what we're going through, and it's for that reason there's no preparation here. I have not written anything. I've not thought in advance. This is what I look like when I woke up in the morning, and that's okay. We're all being put in this really interesting place and time to just be, and to be truthful with ourselves, to be truthful with our life. What are we doing? So my truth is, I'm sitting outside listening to the birds, and pretty much the most beautiful thing that could have happened, I just witnessed this morning. There's a tree right in front of my patio, and I saw a female cardinal come into this tree. Let me see if I can flip this around and show you really quickly. Do you see that tree right there? Let me show you this too. This is Kitty Girl. Kitty Girl is a stray cat I've been rescuing and domesticating. She lives out here on my patio. That's her food and water station. She's got a little bed. So I came out here to sit down, as I do every morning I can, as long as the weather is cooperating, and to think about what's happening. I'm really happy to see you all, and I thank you for your comments. What I'm going to do is just kind of get through these thoughts in my mind. So this female cardinal pops into the tree in front of my patio with a piece of straw in her mouth. And of course that means she's in this tree building a nest, which to me is the most glorious thing I can imagine. And a cardinal is a symbol of God, is a symbol of the highest energy there is. It's a symbol of pure love, and happens to be my mother's most favorite bird in the world. So every time I see one, I think of my mother. And this cardinal is just going about her life, living her life. Now, obviously, the animals have no idea what's going on for the humans, and they shouldn't. That's not their contract. That's not their karma. The animals continue to live, and between this stray cat, who I call Kitty Girl, who I got comfortable enough with me starting last July. She was a little kitten, and I saw her, and I would talk to her in the distance, and I got her comfortable enough, and then I saw her attacked by bigger cats in this feral cat colony where I live, and I made her feel comfortable with me and my voice, so I rescued her, and I brought her to my patio, and she has come in sometimes, but she's still a stray cat living outside. And you know, the world, there's nothing that we go through that we don't have resources for and we're not ready for. Now, that doesn't mean that we're prepared for it, but we have resources, and the biggest resource is inside of ourselves. It's hard to imagine because right now I know there's this collective fear around the world that makes everybody feel like they don't have the resources to handle this. What do I do? I could die from this. Someone I love could die from this. I can't go out of my house. And that level of extreme fear that people are experiencing is so toxic for our immune systems, and our immune systems protect us, that it's working at cross purposes. In other words, look who just came to see me. Hi, baby. Hi. Those of you who know me, follow me, may know that I lost my beloved cat, Monkey Mulligan, in May of last year. And I moved, and then a couple months later, I saw this little kitten with all these amazing colors. And I felt like this is the universe taking care of me. I had a broken heart. But there's this stray cat who needs love, and I need to love something. So she makes me very happy. She's very cute and funny and high kitten energy. Yeah, I'll let you see her if you can. See? She makes me very happy. She also helps to calm me down because she's goofy. She rolls around on the patio. She plays with, I have an old shoelace tied around my doorknob that she plays with. Want to play with it? Oh, she wants to play, but she's confused. We play with it over here. This isn't typical Amy, right? Who is usually wearing makeup and hair's done and all of that, and that's fine. I take pride in how I look. I take pride in preparing myself when I talk to you guys, and I enjoy dressing up. I love jewelry, and some days I put on my jewelry because it makes me feel good. And that's a part of, I think, what I want to say to you is that right now, what we're all being asked to do, I think that the caption that I wrote before I went live is there's something you can do. There is something you can do. And it's be calm. Your immune system, your health, your safety needs you to be calm. Needs you to quiet yourself. Don't live in constant fear. And there are a number of ways you can do that. Number one, stop watching the news. There's a constant stream of media for all of us. We are using social media to connect because of isolation, because we're isolated. We have to connect with the world. And because of social distancing, It's very, very hard. So we're using social media, but that means more than ever, we are constantly bombarded. And for example, I learned just in the last 24 hours that the entire nation of Pakistan is now shut down. I live in the United States. It's not fully shut down. But you know, it's a matter of time. This is the way this has moved across the world. And I have put myself into quarantine, and I have to, because I'm someone with a pre-existing condition. And I'm smart enough to know that I have to take care of myself, period, no matter what. I don't have my mask, but I actually have a mask inside. I don't go anywhere. Somebody brings me groceries. I've got a lot of food. I cook. I even filter my own water. I'm good. I've lived like this for quite a while because I believe in taking care of myself. And having a level of preparation and self-care means that I'm loving myself. I'm taking care of myself. That helps me to feel calm and safe, which allows my immune system to be more calm. Sorry, there's a weird, I don't know if the sun's trying to come out or something. So what we're being called to do, and I do believe that this is a bigger part of human evolution and the awakening of collective consciousness on planet Earth, that we are all put into this place of personal self-growth. It's giving us the opportunity to calm down, to remove distractions, remove unnecessary actions, busyness. My country, the United States of America, has such toxic busyness and achieve, succeed, and everything is about getting to the top. And let me tell you, I got to a top in my career, and the funny thing is, when you get to the top, you're going to get knocked off the top. And perhaps this resonates for some of you or many of you, but that's what's happening for all of us. Everybody's getting knocked down from any artificial belief, place where you believe you achieved, you got to something. But you know what? If you did not achieve peace, self-love, self-awareness, self-care, like I said, I've been filtering my water for years because I know that the water here in the United States it's got toxins in it. It's got chemicals in it. My body, my health can't tolerate that. So I filter it. And I eat very, very clean, organic food. I just always have. And I've taken care of myself. And, you know, my crisis point wasn't actually a point. It was this downhill slide over a number of years where the chronic illness I was diagnosed with in 2003, and I was able to be okay with it. I was able to manage it for the most part. But the way I managed everything in my life was through my, hi mom, was through my mindset of, I'm doing good if I'm helping the world. If I'm going out there and speaking out and doing things that you all, I mean, people have been asking me to go live and I just haven't been ready. Whatever, for any reason. But the things that you all have come to know me for doing, it's also served as my shadow. I've escaped in that. And I've had to get very real with myself. Now, I'm actually a very private person, and it took a lot of pushing and suggesting and coercion to even get me to go live. And the way I was able to do it was by saying, okay, well, I'm going to go live and talk about a cause. because I don't really talk about myself. I actually, several months ago, came out and talked about my personal life, my challenges, my physical disability. That was a big step for me to talk about myself. And I know that there's learning for other people in that. But I've been honest with myself about my shadow and the way that I hide from my self-care. And everybody does it in some way or another. Some people do it through addiction. Some people do it through distraction. Some people do it through self-destruction. Unfortunately, some people do it through abuse and abuse, control, manipulation of other people in order to avoid looking at themselves. So this moment in time will pass. We will get beyond this. We will have a new reality, a new collective consciousness of self-love and taking care of self and seeing ourselves in others, and in my case, in a healthy way, where I put the oxygen mask on myself first. If you know that metaphor, if you've ever flown on an airplane, you've heard there's always, the flight attendants always tell you at the beginning of the flight, here are the safety measures you need to know. If there's an emergency and the masks drop from the ceiling, put the mask on yourself first, not the person or the child next to you. And that seems kind of counterintuitive, because you would love that child or your partner, your spouse, your best friend, or the elderly person, or even a stranger, because that's just in your heart to care about people. But if the oxygen level drops so rapidly and you haven't put it on yourself first, you can't help anybody. So I see what's happening now as this collective oxygen mask dropping. Are you choosing to put it on yourself? Take care of yourself first. Be honest and be real with yourself first. Get to know yourself, your own shadows, and share your gifts. Learn your gifts. I hope this has made some sense. Not at all organized. In fact, my assistant, my wonderful assistant, someone sent me a screenshot of somebody who was asking me to please go live again. Go live again. And I just didn't feel ready. I hadn't felt ready. I didn't know what to say. What do I say about this? I felt like I was still in the space of figuring out what this means for me. And then I saw the screenshot, and I'm sitting outside watching this female cardinal bring in one piece of grass at a time to make her nest up in the top of that tree. And my little stray kitty cat came and visited me. And I now live in a place where I can sit outside and listen to the birds and see the trees. There's so much for me to be grateful for right now. And that's what I'm focused on. That grounds me in this beautiful, beautiful Mother Earth where we live. It reminds me to live in the moment, to have gratitude for all the incredible things around me. And I'm surrounded by trees right now. And right now, with this virus being a respiratory virus, I am focused on what am I doing to take care of my lungs and the lungs of our planet. I had to move out of a city where I was exposed to so much toxic air all the time. I couldn't be in it anymore. And I moved to this place where I'm surrounded by trees. That was me taking care of my body, my health. And I give back to these trees, even if there's nothing specifically I can do. I say thank you. In fact, I just brought my partner out with me to hug a tree, maybe 10 days ago. Physically, I can't get up to hug the tree. I needed his help. And I hugged the tree from one side, and I asked him to hold my arms steady and hug the tree from the other side. And he and I grew up together in a very kind of hippie town where people who lived there were called tree huggers. And I always felt pride to be called a tree hugger. We all need to hug the trees. We all need to hug our all being put in this position to take care of ourselves. Oh, I think my battery is running low, so I'm sorry I didn't really get to your comments. Let me see if I can do that before the battery just dies. Okay. Wow, there's so many of you here. This is wonderful. Thank you. You know what? Hold on. I've got a cord. I don't need the battery to die. That was kind of not smart. Okay, it's plugged in. Who knows how long the battery's going to last. So, let me see what I can see for comments here, guys. Hi, Ross Teixeira, Lisetta. Oh, Lisetta says I look beautiful. That's the thing. Every single one of us is beautiful. And the cultures that we live in have told us we're not good enough in every possible way. You're not beautiful enough. You're not, I mean, oh my God. There's so many cultures in the world who tell you, you know, you're not white enough. You're not beautiful enough. You're not smart enough. You're not educated enough to be seen as a professional or successful. You're not rich enough. You don't live in a nice enough place. This is all garbage. It's all man-made garbage to control you and make you feel like you're not worth anything. It really, truly is. My sister and I were kind of laughing because we're like, well, hey, who knows what we're going to look like if we're in lockdown for 2 or 3 months and our hair grows out and it gets kind of crazy. Well, so what? So what? It's hair. So what? And, okay, so we're living in the clothes we have. So what? If you've got food and shelter and water, you are one of the luckiest people in the planet. Have gratitude. Give thanks for what you have. Live your truth. Live without makeup. Just try it. Dare to do it. Dare to go live is what I'm doing. There's nothing you need other than your self-love and your self-care and your care for our planet and each other. This is the new reality we're going to emerge into. So let's see. Alex, you're a cool human too, my friend. Stephen Putter, most of it is purposeless business. Okay, there's so many comments. I'm not going to scroll all the way up to the top. It's time. He says it's time to look inward, acceptance, and the contemplation of our role in relation to the whole. Absolutely, Stephen Putter. We are here. I am because you are. I am because you are. There's no difference between you and me. No difference. Which is, you know, that's been so much of the purpose for my career. And look, I do this Facebook thing. I have this classroom. I don't make a dime off of this. Absolutely nothing. And I've asked these other incredible people to come in and teach what they know. Stephen Putter, you should teach here, my friend. Contact someone, please, or someone, please contact Stephen Putter. I think I wanted to do that before. And Cynthia Reynolds, I want you to come live here, please. Well, I'm on my personal profile right now. Sorry, I plugged in my iPad and the cord is kind of pulling. I guess what I'm saying is I'm encouraging you, Stephen, Cynthia, everybody, just go live. I made a post, I don't know, a week ago. Facebook blocked me after I made it. I didn't get that. I made a post saying, I'm so happy to see that so many people are broadcasting live to teach their skill set to others. it's what we all need to do, because there are no experts. You know what? That's another thing I want to say. Stop giving your power to other people. And I'm serious. Be smart. My government still hasn't shut down. Most governments on the planet, most countries on the planet have shut down completely. Quarantined, in place. Pakistan just shut down the whole government. Japan shut down their whole government. And it contained the disease. Here in the United States, no. Americans love their freedom. One of our headlines here was kids on spring break. They love to go, if they live in the north in the snowy culture, they love to go to the south and just party. Well, those kids ended up with COVID-19. It just, be smart. Take care of yourselves. This is a separate message from the kids on spring break. Don't give your power away. Don't wait for a government or, some entity outside of you to tell you the right thing to do. Spend this time getting to know yourself, getting inside your own heart, asking yourself what your truth is, and listen to your own guidance. Take care of yourself. That's part of the future that we're creating on this planet, is being the leaders ourselves, making the smart communities and environments ourselves. And there are brilliant people who've been doing this, working on this already. Cynthia Reynolds is incredible. I hope you can look her up. I don't know if she's commented here, but she's amazing what she's doing to build circular communities where there doesn't have to be waste. What's in my house doesn't have to be in my next door house, and the house after that, and the house after that. Why can't we all come together to share those things that maybe we use once every 2 years? Even if we use once a month, why can't I share with my community, with my neighborhood? I'm looking here for comments, and there's so many comments that I scrolled up and then they all disappear. I don't know what that's about. Hi, someone. Hi, Kashish. Hi, Nikki Williams. Hi, Mohammed Oj. How are you doing? Cynthia, Stephen, Daniel, how are you doing? So I think maybe I said some things I wanted to say. I hope I did. It all just comes down to spend this time loving and getting to know yourselves. Do not spend this time in fear. Be smart. Be compassionate to others. Share what you have. In this country, we have this insanity of hoarding. Hospitals do not have enough hospital masks or all of the medical equipment they need to stay safe while treating and testing patients, which is crazy. It's unbelievable. And in my country, you also cannot buy sanitizers anymore. I'm using very high proof alcohol from a liquor store to sanitize. I don't have it out here because this is gold. This is hand sanitizer. And I was able, because look, I'm someone who's always prepared. I'm just smart. I trust my intuition. And probably 6 weeks ago, I said, you know what? I need to get some hand sanitizer and some cleaners. And I couldn't. They're all out of stock. So I bought the ingredients to make it myself. And I was able to get aloe vera gel, and I was able to get very high alcohol volume liquor. That I can't believe people drink this stuff. Like, it'll kill them, but they do. So trust your intuition. Get what you need. Take care of yourselves. Don't hoard. I'm going to be making hand sanitizer, and I've got enough now that I can share it because of the amount that I have. Well, hopefully I have enough of the stuff that actually sanitizes. But share what you have. Do not hoard. Do not hoard. Because what you do, if you take more than what you need, and I'm not saying that all you need is this, I'm saying you need enough to prepare yourself and to take care of yourself and your family and stay healthy. And that might be what I focused on was 3 months. If I'm here for 3 months and I have to clean everything and the people who come in and out to take care of me, what do I need? That's how you need to be thinking. But you do not need, 5 years worth of toilet paper, which is actually happening in this country. You do not need to hoard things. And then part of the problem with the hoarding, it's not only selfish and it keeps your neighbor from not having what they need, but it's being done by people who are selfishly turning around and selling these things online for a huge, insane markup. I saw a pack of surgical masks, the surgical masks that are so desperately needed by nurses and doctors and healthcare workers. I saw a pack of them, I think it was 100, for $500. $500 on Amazon.com. And Amazon.com, for those of you who don't live in the US, it's like Alibaba. That's not okay. And now, you can't buy hand sanitizer anywhere. Our stores are just out of stock and whatever. That's a whole other issue. People, anything you do will come back to you. So take care of yourself and take care of others in that order. I am so grateful for those of you who came here to hang out with me. Flash Sanchez says, so true, we really need to focus on protecting ourselves and others. He says, be safe and hope all goes well and this all blows over. Be safe. Thank you, Flash. It will end. And there's so many facets to what's going on. I'm not going to talk about, the origin of the virus or anything, because our collective consciousness, our response to this changes the world. Taking care of ourselves, being responsible, taking care of each other creates a whole new world, because we will come out of this and nothing's going to be the same. We are actively creating the future on this planet. Nothing will be the same. And that's good. It's time to build a better planet Earth, a better human family. So, Lisetta says, create a mindset that operates from a field called collaboration and connection. Absolutely. Look, this is a collective consciousness. What you feel is in my field. What I feel, what I do is in your field. I am responsible for me, and what I do impacts you. And I know that that's why several of you wanted me to go live, which I just haven't been doing. Hi, Essen. How are you doing? Hi, Shayna. So, thank you, Essen. Yeah, I'm okay. Okay. I've got food. I'm able to take care, clean my laundry, clean my home, sanitize. I'm very fortunate because I can come outside and listen to the birds, and I'm good. And you know what? It's not like things are perfect right now. My car died yesterday. It's sitting across from me right now. I can see it. I can't take it to a mechanic. I can't get it fixed right now. It's not an essential for me because I do have the love of my life who's taking care of me and helping to make sure that I have all the groceries I need, and I'm good. Even though difficult things are happening, I'm good. My family is 5,000 miles away, and my mother's over 1,000 miles away from me, and I can't take care of people. So count your blessings, understand that this is hard for everyone, and reduce the stress hormone from your body. Reduce it, because your immune system needs peace. Listen to the birds. Look at the trees. Be thankful for what you have. Might not be perfect. Nothing is ever perfect. There is no such thing as perfect. You'll find the more you do your work and center yourself, the perfect is inside of you. The perfect is already there. You just have to find it. Layla says, do you know what I'm doing besides taking care of myself and others? She said, I started something called, okay, this is Portuguese, Encontro Creatavio, that is a movement of reunion with kids and parents to create things together online using Zoom.us. So we can meet people just to have a good time together and keep our creative machines working. Now we will have versions in Spanish and in English, and I'm sure in Portuguese, probably. She says, I think it's a great idea to share Amy Carrier's class in Amy Carrier's classroom. Layla, yes, please, 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 please. We have this platform. I'm on my personal profile, but we have the platform of the classroom. It reaches people all over the world, and right now everybody is behind a screen. So please, I love you for doing that, Layla. I just love you for a million reasons, you know that. But yes, please. And people, be like Layla. Be like Layla. She says she has to go. Hugs and kisses to you. I love you so much, Layla. I really have to get going as well, but I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been here with me. This has allowed me to feel a little more connected to the world, because I've been in my self-care, self-love space. It was important for me, and you do that as well. And on that note, my friends, I love you. I'm praying for all of our protection and growth for the betterment of this world. So let's do it. This is the time it's going to happen, whether you're aware of it or not. Oh, Cynthia just popped up with something. Layla says, let's create more workshops. Yes, excuse me. I don't have any tissues out here. Cynthia says, a new normal will evolve for this, and collaboration is key. Never before have we seen the power of the commons as being so essential for the well-being of all. Yeah. Do you hear what I just said, people? Cynthia has been doing this. This has been her work long before this. Follow Cynthia. Cynthia, I would love for you to come in my classroom and just broadcast and teach people what you've been doing, what you're learning. Lisetta, thank you. Shayna, hi sweetheart. You're a great soul. Always have been and always will be. Hugs. Thank you, Shayna. Love and light and prayers. Lots of energy together. Yes. Okay, I think between Lisetta, Cynthia, and Shayna, and Layla, they said everything that was in my heart. I love you all. Find gratitude, self-love, self-care. Use this time to become the new you, to awaken, to evolve. I love you. We will get through this together, my friends. I promise.